Currently it is almost 8 o'clock in the morning, so kind of early. I've been up since 6:30, but this is a video that I wanted to do because I wish someone would have told me this 10 years ago, if not 15 years ago, this information that I'm about to drop today. So it's going to be about what critics do I listen to and which ones do I not listen to. And this is going to go a little bit longer, I think, than some of my other videos, but I feel like criticism is like the major, like probably the second biggest thing when it comes to music. Everyone always thinks criticism, critics, and stuff, and I'm here to break it down, which people to listen to and which ones not to listen to. So stay tuned. All about the notes. So back when I was a naive vocalist, and it was not because I wasn't smart, it was just because I was young, I took everybody's criticism to heart, and to a point where I just didn't want to share my talents with the world because I was just afraid to get critiques. And now that I'm wiser, I've learned to be choosy on who I listen to now for my advice in music. And I want to share this list with you so that way you can actually go down this road and know who to listen to. And you're not just taking what everyone says in. Because I believe that you need to grow your brand, who you are as a musician or singer, up. And you can't have everybody's opinions weighing you down. So this is going to be my list on who to listen to, who not to listen to. Teachers and mentors. I more than likely, almost 95%, which is very high, will take what they say. We'll listen to what they have to say. And especially my mentors, because they are the people that have my interest at heart. And so I know that they are the types of people that won't want me to go out there and sound bad, if you know what I'm saying. So generally these people usually do care, and I would say to take what they say for you. There are the exceptional voice people, and I've run into one or two of them that did not have my best interest at heart and were trying to sabotage me, I guess is a nice way of saying it. But usually you can sense out somebody's bad intentions. So I would usually take a teacher, somebody who studied music for a very long time, a mentor who knows their stuff. I would take their critiques. This kind of leads me into number 2 is professionals. And I mean as in professionals as in they get paid to do music, and they've been getting paid to do music for a very long time. So any type of publishers, any type of A&Rs, any type of managements, record companies, people like that. And I take about what they say 80%. And some people will be like, well, why don't you take their opinion more than, a teacher? Well, because usually when you meet these types of people, you don't meet them for a long time, or they don't really, because most of the time these people, they're very busy and they usually don't know you that well. compared to a teacher or mentor where you might be seeing them most of the time or every other day, or, you know, they become more people that you like see all the time, compared to somebody who like, hey, can you listen to my song at a publisher's office or something, and they don't really know you super well yet. And I've learned that the more specific they are with things, they tend to give better advice, if that makes any sense. Like, for example, when I got to sing for publishers and stuff one time, this lady was very specific. She said, okay, you're very good at storytelling. I think that you need to read more, because I think that's going to expand your vocabulary, expand the words that you're using, and help you with, you know, rhyming and everything else. So she was very specific on what I needed to focus on. And so when the more specific that like people can get, I tend that is actually more genuine criticism and stuff that we should like listen to. So number 3 is close friends and family members, but with no ulterior motives. And I say this because I've had close friends that did not have my best interest at heart, and they would kind of give this criticism, but like I said, not in specifics, and kind of like weigh me down. And so therefore I would take, and also your family members too, like if your family members are always hyping you up, but they never like kind of give you a critique, then like, you know, if you're at like a family dinner and they're like, oh, sing, oh yeah, it's like you, oh yeah, you sound good, oh yeah, but nobody's like saying specifically on why you sound good, or like specifically what you did wrong, then that also can be a red flag too. It could be just people just hyping you up, and that's it. Like nobody really enjoying it, but nobody really like, you know, disliking it either. So you're just kind of like in this middle ground, and in this middle ground it's kind of hard for you to grow. So take your family and your friends' opinions with a grain of salt. So I'd say about 70 to 60%, because they also know you very well. So hopefully they do have your best intentions. And I've had friends that have been very helpful to me and have given me very good critiques and say, hey, you can improve on your tone, or you can improve on your breath. And you know, you have these people that you become friends with that usually are musicians and musicians and singers and stuff that, you know, help you grow. But always take what they say as a grain of salt. The next one would be fans. And I see this happen a lot for like big stars and things, where, you know, you have a huge fan group. Like I feel like Katy Perry's fans right now, it's like, you're not like who you used to be. Can you go back to your old style? Can you please like be like more genuine like you were? Like, what the heck is your haircut? Like, Katy Perry, what the heck is going on with your hair right now? I'm really confused. But usually like fans, if a whole group of them are like, hey, you're not being genuine anymore. Where is the music that I used to really like from you? Like, what is this new brand that you're trying to make? That type of criticism is very helpful, because at the end of the day, as singers and musicians, we're here for you guys, like an audience. So if your fan group doesn't like you anymore, or thinks you're moving away from like who you actually were when they first learned to love you, then you might be doing something wrong. And that's the type of criticism that you need to take. And I think some singers and musicians, they just completely like isolate that whole fan group completely, because they have a lot of haters out there that don't, you know, that are constantly bringing them down on stuff. But like the fans are usually like, hey, like you know, you're not like who you used to be, what's going on, your brand has changed, I don't really like this. And those are the people that kind of support your career at the end of the day, and you really should listen to those people. And I think the last person that you really need to listen to when getting criticism is yourself. Like, do you feel that maybe you're not up to par with things? Like, do you feel that you aren't, like, that you could improve more? Do you feel that there are things that you can learn how to do more? Like it is okay to kind of critique yourself, because the more you know about your strengths and your weaknesses, the better you can be and the more you can grow. So I'm all about like self-critiquing myself as well. Like, I definitely am a critic, a perfectionist, and a little bit of a way on that. I really want to know what it is to improve. And I guess who not to listen to is everyone else that I didn't talk about. So, competitors, students, people who don't do music professionally, people who don't even like your music, untrained, you know, professionals, like they say they're professional, you know, those people that are professional and like they have like something in the basement, or you know, they say they are all this, but they really aren't. So, professionals. And you know, people with bad intentions that like don't like you or don't, for whatever reason, care about you. I guess that goes back to like don't like your music and stuff like that, or people who are trying to like bring you down and stuff like that. So everyone else that I didn't like, everyone else, don't listen to them. And I think that's gonna shock some people a little bit, because you know, we want to like listen to everybody, but in this business you gotta learn to like be picky on whose advice you're taking and whose you aren't. So hopefully this video was helpful. I wish I would have had a video like this when I was younger, because I feel like that would have saved me a lot of time on, you know, all the criticism I've received over the time. And like I said, I'm at this point where it's like you could say really anything and it doesn't bother me anymore, because like I've learned to be picky on whose criticism I take now. So I'm just like, okay, yeah, they said that, delete. Or yeah, they said that, okay, it's cool, they didn't like the performance, whatever. You know, it's like I've kind of gotten to that point where it's like, yeah. But you know, I think the top 5 of those people that I mentioned, those are the ones that you want to listen to, and those are the ones that I always take very seriously. And I think that you as well should know that you should take seriously as well. And with that said, thank you for listening, and hope to see you next time.